Hi there, Karen Flaherty from Living by Human Design. Hope you're doing well today. Today's discussion is going to be about gate 46, which is called the love of the flesh. Okay, so this week, starting on September 21st and going till about September 25th, we've got the sun in gate 46, and the gate 46 is here coming off the bottom of the G center, and then we've got the earth in gate 25, which is called the love of the spirit, which is also coming off the G center. So these are two of the four love gates. The other love gates are the 10, which is the love of the self, and the 15, which is the love of humanity. And these two are the love of the flesh and love of the spirit. So 25 has a little more of a spiritual bent. The love of the flesh, not so much. It's much more earth-based. So it's just kind of a funny juxtaposition, right? But the 46 is also about, so we call it the love of the flesh, but it's also about persistence and determination. And it's connected to the 29, or it would be connected to the 29 if it was colored in. 29 is all about commitment. So right, you make a, and so I love this channel because it's the channel of discovery, meaning that if you have the channel, this gate 29 colored in, and then you have, and it's consistent in your chart, right? If it's colored in, then you are prone to making commitments. I happen to have this channel. So you're prone to making commitments. You're prone to, we also call it the gate of yes. And then with the 46, which I also have, then you're able to be persistent and determined about it. And so it's this really nice coming together of the two gates where you make the commitment and then you're able to persevere and be determined to get it done and to get it accomplished. And it's the kind of thing where it actually makes it look easy to other people because you're working so hard and you're getting all this stuff done, but you're really committed and you're really dedicated to it. And then this gate 25 is all about the love of spirit. So literally it's about, well, this is connected to the 51. The 51 is the gate of shock. And the meaning here is that people get shocked into the love of spirit. So basically, like a shaman or some kind of a near-death experience or anything else that might be shocking to you in your existence would help you to get closer to spirit is the idea, or to get closer to your goals and to your passions. We have overall no definition from the transits this week. Now, if you have the 51 or you have the 29 or any of the other things that would hook up here to the others, then you might have some definition in your chart. Meanwhile, those retrograde planets are still in effect: Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, as well as the nodes. And so let's talk a little bit more about the gates 46 and 25. So these are two of my favorite gates because this is actually my half birthday, right? My birthday is in March, and this is the September version, right? So this is the 6 month. Uh, every 6 months, the same gates come into play. Mine is 25 in the sun and 46 in the earth, so it's just the opposite. But it makes it feel as if it's familiar to me, right? So we've got the love of the flesh in gate 46 and the gate 25 with the love of spirit. So the gate 46 in the I Ching is called pushing upward or the determination of the self. So it's about literally is about making things happen, right? It's about having the commitment in that gate 29 and then making stuff happen. The love of the flesh is also about embodiment, as it is in the quantum human design terminology. It's about being in your body. It's about having this, kind of liveliness, joyfulness, just kind of appreciating being in your body, being in a body, right? Being in the flesh. And so that's why it's called that. But it's also very much about the body in terms of people who have this state tend to be, especially in their conscious on earth, they tend to be people who would want to help people to get healthy, right? To help them to feel better. I can't tell you how many clients I've seen who are either nurses, nurse practitioners, doctors, chiropractors, all kinds of um, counselors and social workers and things like that. They just want people to feel good in their body. That's a lot of what it's about. And so if that's up in your chart somewhere, you may in fact be in one of the health professions. In the book, it's described as good fortune that may be perceived as the result of serendipity, but derives from effort and dedication. So that's where I was saying that you might make a commitment to something, and then what it looks like, because you've been so perseverant and determined to get it done, to get it accomplished, to do it well. And as a result, you've been putting a lot of effort in and dedication, right? It makes it look easy to other people. I liken it to ducks going across the pond and they're just gliding, 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 right? But their little feet are going so fast beneath the water that you can't even tell, right? It just looks like they're moving along smoothly, but things are things are moving, things are happening there. And so it's that kind of energy. And so things might look easy, but that doesn't mean they are necessarily. So the incarnation crosses this week are the crosses of the vessel of love, serendipity, and healing. And as I said, in quantum human design, it's called literally embodiment. And then the gate 25 is the love of spirit. In the I Ching, the original I Ching is called the innocence or spirit of the self. Here it's the perfection of action through uncontrived and spontaneous nature. So it's somebody who generally is not too, let's put it this way, there's no poker face here, right? It's not contrived, it's pretty spontaneous. You kind of get what you see. There's not a lot of subterfuge with the gate 25. And that's why I think that's why it comes across as seeming innocent, a little bit of naive, perhaps, certainly not street smart, no matter how much they've been on the streets, and somebody who's, perhaps a little closer to seeming as if, or at least seeming as if they're closer to spirit. Maybe sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but at least seeming as if they're closer to spirit and wanting to get closer to spirit. And in quantum human design, it's just called spirit. So that's what we've got this week. It is also, I'll just mention a week in that I like to think of as, I like to think of it as a week that has a lot of potential for love. This is usually the week in September when there's a lot going on all over the world, but especially in New York City. It's usually around the time when we have the UN General Assembly, citizen thing that they have in Central Park, some festival that's for everybody, and it's a lot of big names and big bands show up there, and it's a big party. Particular, but it's just a week that's kind of, like the beginning of fall and lots of stuff is happening and people are happy to be back, at whatever they're doing after the summer, and things really start to move ahead. And I think it's because that there's so much of the love gates in this week. So I hope it pans out that way for you too. I hope it's a lovely week and a time when you can do the things you want to do. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Take care.